All right. What I'm going to try to do is connect this here from Revelation chapter 16, which is going to start at verse 17, which is the seventh vial. A lot of people think that this is an event that is yet to come in the future. It's not. This is going to directly connect up to the elites and to the aliens in question. And what we're going to do is we're going to work in reverse. And we're going to find out through all of this who this great city is that was divided into three parts, which is responsible for the cities of the nations falling. Okay? And now notice that it's plural. This is going to directly tie up to my I Am a Seer, Come See What I See videos. So here we go. If we look at this event is something that has already taken place. And what it is the chemtrails. And the seventh angel poured out his vial into the air. And there came a great voice out of the temple of heaven from the throne of God, saying, "It is done." Now, what we see here is that this is something that has already taken place. And then the next line, and there were voices and thunderings and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake. This is Fukushima. There's a big reason why it's Fukushima, and there's a big reason why this is HAARP. Let's say the word HAARP, High Frequency Active Auroral Research Program. Now you already know in your mind that angels are supposed to play harps, but in this instance we're talking fallen angels. And yes, my friends, it is that simple. And let's read it again. And there were voices and thunderings. Well, high frequency, that is vibration and sound. And there were voices and thunders. Well, that is vibration and sound. And then it says, and lightnings, high frequency, active auroral. The auroral, think auroral borealis, or otherwise known as the northern lights. So we're talking the lightnings are the auroral to do with the high frequency active auroral research program known as HAARP, which is suspected to be an earthquake machine. Let's read this again. And there were voices and thunderings and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake. Right before the earthquake, we have the take for the HAARP. Such as was not since men were upon the earth, so mighty an earthquake and so great. Well, we know that this moved the earth off of its axis, and we know that it shortened the day. So that is a great earthquake. And now, the great city was divided into three parts. Now that is not as a result of this earthquake. I'm going to fill you in on a little clue. That is what's known as the Empire of the Black Sun. And what you're looking at is this symbol right here. This black pyramid is the Vatican, which represents Rome, the spirit control. And then we have London, which is the second member, which represents the financial control. And then we have good old Washington, D.C., which represents the military control. All three of these represent together something that is known the empire as the Empire of the Black Sun. Now, it is that Illuminati configuration that we're reading right here, and it says, and the great city was divided into three parts. Now, the Vatican has its own media, it has its own constitution, and it has its own military. It pays taxes to no one. Same thing with London, same thing with Washington, D.C., the District of Columbia. These three are the only three places on earth that pay taxes to no one and have three separate individual constitutions. They are leagued together under one group known as the Empire of the Black Sun, which is causing all of this damage. This is your Illuminati faction. And it says here that the great city was divided into three parts, and then the cities and the nations fell. And we're about to see that now because of this three-parted great city is about to cause the cities of the nations to fall.